go.
Welcome to the podcast where we get real, we get honest, we get a little funny, and absolutely nothing is off the table. We talk about everything, including the sink. My name's Chelsea, and I'm your host, and I'm so sick. So if I sound weird, that's why we have another guest this week, Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hey.
Hannah and Hannah and I have been friends for close to 20 years.
19.
Um, and I wanted her to be a guest on this podcast. So she obviously said yes. She had no woes about it.
She twisted my arm. Don't let her pull you.
I did, both of them, into a pretzel.
And then a hug at the same time.
Yeah. I wish, I wish I had mic arms. I feel like this would make it easier. Instead, I just have stupid Chelsea arms.
Your arms aren't stupid. They're perfect.
Oh, okay. So Hannah and I have been friends for close to 20 years. We know each other very well.
Probably too well.
Probably too well. Like I know her mom and dad, and I go hang out with them, and well, with Hannah and Jess. But we've been in each other's lives for a very long time, and I think today we're just going to talk about friendship and um, really leaning in on each other during certain times of our lives. Hannah's also super emotional, so there's a chance that she will cry. But
Probably 99.999% possible.
to lead us off on a good foot,
Yeah.
to start us off on a good
Yeah.
foot. Also, I'm gonna try not to have a sneezing fit or a coughing fit. I've got some questions prepared for Hannah just to kind of get the mood a little light because I feel like we're probably gonna ease into things that are a little bit darker. So the first question I have for you is, now don't piss me off. This question is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Oh, thank God.
A hot dog is a hot dog.
I'm so glad. If you said yes, I might have flipped this whole table.
That would have been real unfortunate with all these puzzle pieces sitting in front of us.
We're working on a puzzle right now. It's a wicked puzzle. And it's wooden. They're all wooden pieces, and some of them are like really like shaped really different from the other ones. Okay, I'm done talking
Some
about
super
that.
fun pieces. We've got some alphaba
Yeah.
and crowns and broomsticks and shoes.
All the things.
All the things. It's so fun.
I also think that a hot dog is not a sandwich.
Thank God.
That was,
oh my gosh.
That was gonna
define whether or not we moved forward in this friendship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I also saw one that said, "Is a soup a food or a drink?" And I was like, I can't even hardly ask that question. It makes me want to come unhinged.
It's a food.
It's a food. Yes.
Sustenance.
Yes. If I'm drinking something that has some stuff floating around in it, we have problems.
There is a problem with that. That would make me vomit.
Yes, just thinking about it.
Oh,
oh man, got the ick.
It
What's
doesn't
the
take much.
worst date you've ever been on? I'm gonna answer these two, so you're like just gonna be called out on it.
You know, to be honest, I have never really dated. That's a weird way to answer that because, like, I've never been one that has been single and has been like on the
Hannah's a catch. Once you
yeah,
got
that
it, you
right.
don't let her go.
True that.
She doesn't have to. She's always in a relationship.
So it's like I wouldn't say that I've ever really been on a bad date because I've always dated intentionally. And it's been with partners and people that I care about and I love.
I should have taken some advice from you. You want to hear about my worst date
I do.
ever? So I'm on this date with this guy, and we were going out like to the country to ride 4-wheelers with it was me and him and like I think it's one of his friends and his girlfriend. I knew the girlfriend. So we go out to his grandma's house for him to pick up this four-wheeler. And this idiot like gets these ramps onto the back of his truck and just hauls ass
Oh no.
into the back of the truck.
Oh no.
And I'm standing outside the truck watching, and he didn't hit the brake in time, so the front rack on the four-wheeler busted out his back glass of his truck. And he was like, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. So he's like, that's okay, we're gonna continue on. And I'm like, sweet. So we stopped at Buffalo Wild Wings to eat, right? And I said to this man, I'm a random puker. And he was like, okay. We eat, we go outside. I grab up to the side of his truck with the window busted out and puke all over his tire. And I was like, this is not good.
No.
No. We continued on. The day ended terribly. He was a weirdo.
Did he try to kiss you?
Yes. Even after
Did
he
he
threw
stick his
up.
tongue in your throat?
Yes. And he was like, is this okay? And I was like, no.
No.
Not really.
No, it's not.
I gotta turn this electric blanket down. I'm about to sweat my Johnson off. Okay, I got another question. I got two more questions for you.
I have a question. I've thought about it. I've had a really long week, and Chelsea asked me to come up with an icebreaker question, and it was in the middle of a work day, and I take call for my job as a nurse, and I worked a lot extra, worked in the middle of the night one night, and she texted me one day this week asking me to come up with this icebreaker question. And I was like, yes, I will. Sounds great. And then I completely forgot about it. But so I've been thinking about it since we talked about it. And my question is, out of all of the tattoos that you have on your body, which one is your favorite?
Well, first, I should say that me and Hannah just went and got tattoos today. We did the little gumball machine where you, like, whatever you get is what you get. And Hannah got a little dove. We've named him
Earl.
Douglas Earl.
First by Earl. Not really sure where that came from, but it was just like immediate.
He looks like an Earl, a Douglas Earl.
Yeah.
So his name's Earl, and I got this cute little flower with a band-aid over it, and the flower's coming out of the band-aid.
It's so cute.
It is so cute. I think my favorite tattoo, I forget about some of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I really like the meaning of my spoons tattoo.
It's a good one.
We all have me, Hannah, and Jess have spoons, and it's based off the spoon theory of like how your mental capacity is based on how many spoons you have, like metaphorically. So I really like that one. But I also love my Sailor one where Sayla's in Sayla's handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
And Izzy can finally write her name now, so I'm gonna get that underneath it.
It's so cute.
I'm gonna go with my spoon.
That's a good one.
What conspiracy theory do you low-key believe?
There's only one. And it could open a real big can of worms. I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, but there is one that I truly, wholeheartedly believe in, that Lee Harvey Oswald did not kill JFK. I think he was set up.
Listen, the way that you led into that cautiously and then just proudly said it.
Straight up.
Okay.
It's like that Rent line. C'est la vie, let her be a lesbian.
Yeah.
Proud of it.
I've never even thought of that conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
First of all. we can unpack that later
Okay.
because that could be a whole thing.
A whole other episode.
I believe in several conspiracy
I'm
theories
not surprised.
because I'm not gullible enough to believe that what we see is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think that just because the government says this, that that's what it is. Like, I'm like, no, you got something up your sleeve. Mm-mm. I think aliens are real. I don't think they're like the grand creatures that we imagine they are. I think they look like humans.
Hmm.
And I think that they're placed here as a test to see how we react to them, like to see if we can pick up on them being different than us.
Oh man, AI is just gonna take over the world.
That's what I'm saying. That's like that stuff like that. Like, no, and I also think that celebrities, politicians, anybody in a position of power, I think that they have almost like a doppelganger that goes out into public spaces to keep the real ones safe. Like Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Have you ever seen that TV show Designated Survivor?
No.
Oh, it's good.
Is it about something like that?
Yeah, how like the president or anyone in a political office, not anyone, but like major key players have a designated survivor.
Oh.
And they are like if all of these politicians and people and high government officials are meeting in one place, a designated survivor is chosen and placed elsewhere in case something happens to them.
Okay,
there's
so
a whole
see,
TV show about it.
okay,
It's so great.
so that's my point. They put everything right in front of our faces, like that TV show that you're talking about, The Simpsons. All their predictions that they've made.
Wow.
Yes, like they put everything in front of our faces because we've been like conditioned to believe that if they're upfront about it like that, then they're not hiding anything. But like I'm like nope, nope, I don't.
She's a read between the lines kind of girl.
Yes, I am.
Or beyond, I guess.
Okay, yeah. But I believe so many conspiracy theories. Like we could break it down, we could go through it. It could be days of conversation, and by the end of it, you'll be having some tinfoil on your forehead, and not just your forehead, your whole head's like sitting outside, so nothing can get you. Like,
oh man,
I'm not kidding. Like I could mess you up with some of the stuff that I think is actual. But I can't say it on here because I'm worried that somebody will hear me and they'll be like, "We gotta commit her. we gotta, we gotta all commit her."
Oh man.
All right, my last question. What is something you're very stubborn about that nobody can change your mind on? Like just something that no matter how people approach it, how they word it, how they manipulate it, that you were absolutely like, no. It can be anything, anything at all. Doesn't have to be anything profound or.
I think the one thing that comes to mind, and it's just like kind of like an immediate gut response, is that I, as a queer woman, have chosen this lifestyle.
I'm actually glad that you said this
because
go ahead.
It's not a lifestyle I think that anyone would just choose.
Right.
Because it's not always easy. And
right.
I can't imagine choosing a hard lifestyle to live if it wasn't who I was.
Right. You wouldn't put yourself through that, through all the like scrutiny and turmoil and judgment and harshness of it.
Right.
Just to say, oh, I was made this. Like,
right.
So there's actually been studies done. I just learned this the other day, which you know how I feel about the gay community. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. But I didn't know that there had been studies done on male brains who are gay. And part of their brains, like very specific parts, it's not like, oh, that brain looks different than this one, but very specific areas of a gay man's brain looks completely different than a straight man's brain. They've like we can like deep dive into it when we're done, but like the something about the cortex.
Mhm.
Some, you know what I'm talking about. You're a nurse, but
I mean, I don't know all things
like,
brain, but
I mean, even if it is in your brain, an organ where they took, let's say, 10 gay men and 10 straight men and did the same exact brain scan on them, and all 10 of these gay men had the same like discrepancy, or like, I don't want to say discrepancy,
difference.
difference than the 10 straight men. Like, clearly it's not something that they're like woke up one day and was like, oh, I think I want to be gay.
Right.
Like, it's their, like, even there's evidence even in their brain.
Right.
And like, I have people that I love very much that uh, believe that it is a choice. And a lot of times I want to be like, did you choose to be straight?
Right.
Did you try out both?
Mhm.
And then you're like, I don't really like to be gay. I think I'm going to be straight, and that's my choice.
Mhm.
And I'm choosing that.
Right.
So, like, you can't take that reasoning, the it's a choice, only for something that you're not, just because you're uncomfortable with it.
Right.
Like,
Do you remember when I told you I was gay and you asked me why I didn't tell you?
where were we at Office Depot?
Mhm.
Yeah, vaguely. But again, like, it's never been, like, for me personally, it's never been something that I'm gonna try to say this carefully because I don't want it to be misconstrued, but like, to me, you were a person.
Right.
You were a human being. What you liked, who you liked, how you did it, what you went home to at night, that
Well, it
didn't
didn't change your
matter.
opinion about
No,
me.
right, right.
Like it
And like,
wasn't
I want to know those things about somebody that I'm like getting to know and becoming friends with. Like, I want them to know that there's a safe space there that they can say, "Oh, hey, by the way, I'm part of the gay community," or
mhm.
whatever. And but like, it was never like I met you and then I was like, "Oh, is she gay?" Like, I never thought that.
Right.
I don't ever remember wondering what your sexual orientation was. But I do remember, I mean, that was in 2000, what, 7,
7
2008?
2007.
So that was still, I mean, it was still very taboo to be
Mhm.
openly
Gay.
gay. Like, that was, I mean, it was better than it used to be. But even then, I mean, we were fresh out of high school, small town,
Mhm.
where everybody that goes into a church believed they had the right to condemn. Like, you know what I mean?
I do.
So, and like, you didn't know me really. You knew that I came from an even smaller town.
Right.
And you know what small towns are like from where you're from. But
Mhm.
so I'm sure that there was a hesitant feeling at first to tell me.
Well, you just never know. I
You
mean, because we were still getting to know each other and becoming
yes.
friends, and you just in those small communities, you just never know how people are going to react
Right.
to that kind of
Right.
quote unquote news.
Yeah.
And
It
it
was
was
never it was never a thing for me. Like, after you told me, I was never
it
like,
caught by it.
no, I never
Right.
went home and thought, oh, like, I can't hang out with her. She likes women.
Right.
Or like, I can't have her at my house because she likes women. Like, it was like you telling me that you were gay was like telling me that your favorite color is pink.
Right.
Like, it didn't matter. I was thankful to know that, like, have that knowledge and know that about you, but it did not make a difference. If anything, it made me love you more because I know how people respond to the gay community
Mhm.
and that lack of love and acceptance and anything positive that is directed at them. So if anything, it made me love you more than it did anything else.
Right.
I mean, I would never say I can't communicate with you because you're gay or
Mhm.
whatever. Like, and honestly, I say this all the time, and this is probably going to ruffle some feathers, but like I said, we get honest here. I would rather leave my nieces around a gay couple or even a trans person before I would leave them around somebody in church, somebody that attends church regularly I would rather leave my nieces with a gay couple before I would leave my nieces with a couple from a church. And that is a hill that I will die on. That is something that you cannot change my mind about.
I think we should reiterate people in the church that you don't know.
Yes, or that are overly friendly with your children. But because like your parents go to church, your parents are amazing. I would leave my nieces with them any day of the week.
Absolutely.
And not have any second thoughts about it. But as a general sense, as a general population, I would feel more comfortable leaving my nieces with you and Michelle than to leave them with a couple from a church, of any church.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's you cannot change my mind on it, because the amount of people that come out and say I was sexually abused or this person did this to me for this many years, the majority of the time they are in churches and positions of power, and they think that because the church is so forgiving that they can do that stuff, and that if it does get found out, they'll be forgiven. Just like with Stephen, they prayed over him at the front of the church because of the turmoil it was causing his family. And I'm like, I want to. Can't say that, but anyway,
We are already getting heavy here.
we are. I get freaking heated about it, man. So about 2 years ago,
Yeah. Yep.
there was a we had just crossed paths again. There was about a 10-year span where we didn't really talk. We didn't really see each other. We kind of checked in randomly with each other. It wasn't like a
Nothing happened.
no, nothing happened.
Our
That
paths just took different courses for a while.
Life happened like it does with so many people, and um, eventually the conversation became shorter. We ended up in different places, but life happened again, and we crossed paths again. And I don't want to like. I'll let you explain the things if you feel like you want to, but you were in a very low point in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think it was this month, 2 years ago, right?
March 15th. Well, it was March 18th. March 18th.
Oh, yes, March 18th. That was the first time I saw you guys again, right?
Yep.
And shortly after that, I came to where you live. I don't want to say where you live, but I came to visit you. And she lived in a little 1-bedroom apartment. It was so cute. So
It
cute.
was the cutest little apartment.
It was the cutest apartment. Oh, wait, let me back up. So before that, I want to say we were on the phone. I feel like I remember talking to you on the phone because you were having a complete meltdown.
I was.
And I don't think it was over text. I think it might have started over text. And then one of us called the other. And you were telling me how crappy your day was, and that you were planning on making a pasta dish.
Oh, I was so excited about this
You were
pasta dish.
so excited. And you go to the grocery store, you get all the ingredients, you get all the things you need. You had just moved into this new apartment. And then you got home and started cooking and realized that you didn't have a strainer. And you broke down on the phone with me because you didn't have a strainer. And I remember saying, Hannah, stop. What's going on? It's not about the strainer.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of one of those moments. I feel like in a new version of our friendship, that gave you that space to say,
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. Yeah. And because like there have been moments in my own life personally where like I was taking the trash out and the bag ripped and it sent me over the edge. And to the outside of my body, I was like, I'm upset because the bag ripped. But deep down, there was so much more going on, and it was like that ripped bag is
Yeah.
that was the last thing that it took for me to fall apart.
Yeah.
And so now in our friendship, whenever something little is happening, well, seemingly little, and we're freaking out about it, we're like, it's not about the strainer.
Yeah.
Like there's always a bigger reason that this is getting to you than what you're seeing right now.
Right.
Like take a step back from it and just kind of evaluate what's going on, dig deeper,
Yeah.
like get to know yourself, love on yourself. But like for me in that moment, um, like being on the outside, we had just started being in each other's lives again. You had briefly told me like what was going on in your life then, and but I also knew you well enough from the the 10 years before to know that you weren't upset just about the strainer. So, like to me, I think it was important to create that space for you because I knew that you were not in a safe space for yourself.
Yeah. Well, and I think it was important for you to say that for, especially like verbally out loud, for me to know that you recognized that something deep down was wrong.
Right.
And to create that safe space for me to be able to open up, because I'm always that type of person that I don't want to burden somebody with the things going on in my life.
And I had just lost Ashley
Mm-hmm.
3 months before this in
Right.
December.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that that was also a very
It felt tenuous, not tenuous, but like it was touchy,
right.
to be able to unload on you.
Yes.
My
When you knew that I was also struggling.
right.
And we were struggling in completely different ways. And like I'm sure that people have always said to you like you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
Or you have to make sure your cup is filled before you can fill someone else's or whatever.
Right.
But I I don't necessarily agree with that to a certain extent because there are people in our lives like you and Jess that it doesn't matter what I'm dealing with in my own life. Like losing Ash was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And I was 3 months in it. Um, I had lost contact with her family. I mean, that family that I gained along with Ashley was gone. I mean, everything was gone. I had nothing. Like, so, um, I don't necessarily agree with the belief that you have to have a full cup before you can fill somebody else's.
Right.
Because it comes from a different place. So, there are some people that I would be like, I don't have the mental capacity for this. Like, but it's not the problem that wears me out. It's the person. Yes.
Yeah.
So, like in that moment, yes, I was heartbroken and sad, and my best friend was gone. But also, I recognized that you needed somebody to say, "Hey, tell me what's going on." Like, and again, it comes from a different place of capacity. Like, where my own personal problems were coming from had nothing to do with being able to be there for you.
Right.
And like, I think Jess at one point, she called me one day and was even like, do you have the capacity for this? And I was like, yes. Like, there will never be anything in my life where it takes up every ounce of capacity to the point that I neglect you or Jess or anybody that I love. Like, because I feed that from a different area of energy. Like, and I always make sure, like, no matter what life is doing at that point in time, like, it's like I visualize this little compartment where I save energy and time and space and effort for people that I love, for you, for Jess, for my family. Like, and it's like I've trained myself to know, okay, this thing that's going on in your life right now does not have access to that part so that it doesn't interfere. Because I don't ever want to be the person that somebody says they saw that I was struggling and it,
Right.
or they saw that I was struggling and told me that I should have reached out. And that's something else that I'm a very firm believer in. Stop telling people to reach out and we have to reach in. Like if somebody is close enough to you, if you love somebody as much as what I'm assuming you do, you know their patterns, their behaviors, how they speak, I mean, even their sleep patterns. Like I know yours, you know mine. Like, and as soon as that is off kilter, it's our job as each other's best friend to say, hey, what's going on? Like,
Right.
I've noticed this and this and this. I've noticed your responses are short. I
Yeah.
noticed you sleep more than what you normally do. I noticed that you haven't been eating as much as you normally do. Like, or you've been drinking more than what you used to. Like, that's our job as people in our circle to reach in and find out what's going on. Because when you're in that space, when you're in that mindset, like you were, and like I've been, and like so many other people have been in, you do not have the energy to say,
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. You do not have the space for that. Like, you're literally trying to get from 1 minute to the next.
Literally.
It's not even one day to the next. It's down to the second.
Some days it was, I can do this for one more minute. I
Yes,
can do this
yes.
for 30 more seconds. I can keep going and keep pushing. And, at that point in time, I was so grateful that I had Rupert that I had to take care of.
Yeah,
Because
something is, I don't want to say minor because
he's not minor.
he's
in
not
any
minor,
way.
but you knew that
He depended on me.
if you didn't come home, he would be waiting at the door for you.
Mhm.
And you couldn't keep him waiting.
Right.
And like we get so wrapped up in our everyday life and our lists of things we have to do and what time we have to be at work and oh, I gotta get groceries and I gotta get the oil on my car changed and all these things that we don't take the time to stop and realize when things are different with someone because they didn't reach out. And I don't think that we should have to reach out. I don't think that in a friendship you should be required to say, hey, guess what? My life is shit right now. I think that people should love you enough and take enough effort and time and realize that on their own. Because if they are a person that you would say that to, they are a person that knows you well enough to know that you're not okay. If you're quiet in a text message or a group chat or what, like not responding to reels that they send you, like, and you do normally, like you and I, we send reels back and forth to each other all the time. And I mean, sometimes it may take us a while to respond to them, and sometimes you miss them. You miss the ones that I send you, and start sending me all the ones, and I'm like, you have 16 unseen reels.
Go back
look
at
them.
and watch.
Go look. Stop sending me reels. But like, we always make sure that we respond to those, even if it's just with an emoji, like the reaction,
laughing or hearting.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
oh my god, that was so funny.
So like, if you had sent me 10 reels and you saw that I saw them and didn't respond to any of them, would that not be a red flag for you?
I would be like, what's wrong?
Yes.
Why didn't you laugh or like any of those?
Or you'd be like, are you okay? Like, even in our responses to each other in a text message, we'll be like, hey, what's going on? Like, that seems short.
Is everything okay? Is something going on with you? Do you
And
feel
most
all
of the
right?
time,
What's
it's
going on?
ourselves
Yeah.
getting in our own heads. Like, there's nothing wrong. We're fine.
Yeah.
But
we're two little anxious little souls.
we are. But
that
I mean,
overthink everything.
I just don't think that we should be required to reach out to somebody ourselves when we are going through something traumatic. I don't think that we should be held to that standard
Mm-mm. Well, I
because
think if you have people in your life that you consider important enough, then you know the verbal and visual clues to
yes,
know well enough when they need you to ask.
yes,
And
yes,
if you don't have people in your life like that, that makes me sad.
it makes me sad too because I mean, I feel like my life personally has been shit a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like a consecutive thing. So it wasn't like I had a big gap in between each traumatic event to heal. It was, I mean, it went from one to the next to the next to the next.
Mm.
And so, literally from early childhood until young adulthood, I was a very sad and broken person.
Yeah.
And eventually, it got to the point where I had kind of become comfortable in that. Like I sat in that uncomfortableness because that was what I had always known. So like I was able to pick up on when things were wrong with people because I was feeling the same way.
Right.
But nobody ever really like reached out and was like, "Hey, what's going on with you?" Because it's easier for them to I talked about this in episode 2, but it's easier for them to ignore what we're feeling, what we're thinking, what we're going through than to acknowledge it and have to pause their day
Right.
for someone else.
Mm.
And that goes back to just being selfish. I mean, you can call it whatever you want to call it. The person that if you are the person that is bothered or inconvenienced by someone that you love needing you, you are selfish. There's nothing else you can call that. And I hope that there is never a day where you need somebody to stop what they're doing and listen because karma has a way of coming back and it's tenfold. And if you can't pause for an hour and help somebody that has nothing to do with you,
Right.
like it's not about you,
Mm-mm.
it's not about how you have affected this person's life or whatever. Like, eh, you have to be completely selfless in that space.
Mm. Well, because in that space, like if you have a friend that's struggling and needs a safe space to talk about that, because sometimes getting that out and in the open is the best way to start the healing process
Yeah.
of whatever it is
Yeah.
that is wrong. And if you, as a person that are on the receiving end as of that, can't let yourself go enough to hear what that other person is saying, then you need to exit your way either out of that friendship or do some self-reflection and figure out how you can be a better friend.
Yes.
Because if you have a friend that is hurting or internally dying inside,
Yeah.
and you can't take a step back away from yourself long enough to
To acknowledge
hear
that
and acknowledge your friend that's
without them
hurting.
having to say, I'm not okay. You
Right.
should not have to be told that somebody's not okay for you to acknowledge it.
Right.
Like if I have the stomach flu and I throw up in front of you, you can clearly see that I'm not okay. Right?
Right.
Why is it any different with anything else? Like just because you can visually see me vomiting,
I think
like
part of that
I
is just people as a like you and I are empaths and
same.
we see that there is something internally inside of us that can see and recognize other people's hurts And not everybody has that.
And that's crazy.
Right.
Crazy to me to try to wrap my brain around that someone can sit across the table from me and me not be okay at all, and not once do they have any like inkling that I'm not okay, because
Right.
all because I didn't communicate that. Like, if you, like, you know that I don't let people into my life easily.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm not gonna waste my time on people that I know are not going to benefit my life and that I am not going to benefit theirs. I don't
It was a
care.
hard lesson to learn.
Yes. Like, I do not care who you are in the community, who you are to my family, to my friends. I don't care. Like, if you are not going to bring value to my life and allow me to bring value to your life, I'm not wasting my time on you. I'm going to distribute my time and effort and respect to people that give it back.
Right. And I think that, and I'm not sitting here trying to make excuses for people, because I think that any single person, any individual that knows the person that they love can recognize when something is wrong, something's bothering them or whatever. But we see it on a totally different level.
Right.
And that just comes from that empath that lives in our soul. And so we see and we recognize the tiniest, littlest cues that anyone can give about.
I mean, even to the point of text message.
Right.
Like, the tone of a text message changing, or, I mean, the smallest detail. And I guess because it's so ingrained in us, like, uh, I literally don't know how to function without acknowledging all the things.
Right.
So when somebody else doesn't or isn't capable of doing that, I cannot understand it,
I
because
mean, heck, you were on your way here to where I live to come visit me, and we were texting back and forth, and she was telling me that whenever she got to my house, that she was gonna roll her windows down and take a nap because it was so nice outside. I was like, oh, you don't have to do that, because I'll be home by the time you get here. I'm almost there now. And she was like, what? Is everything okay? Did something happen? I was like, no? Question mark?
why would something be wrong?
And she was like, "Ugh, you know me." I was like, no, everything's fine. I just had the opportunity.
But that, again, that goes back to my entire life.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a sudden change in something, like a routine, like you coming home early, it's because something's wrong.
Right.
Like, when my dad died, I got checked out of school early, and it was literally like 10 minutes before the bell rang.
Oh.
And it was abrupt. It was very quick. It was very unexpected. So whenever I didn't stay that 10 minutes and was checked out, I immediately knew something was wrong.
Right.
And so now it's like I apply that to everything. So when normally you said you get home at 3:10, and I'm showing on my GPS that I'm going to be there at 2:30, and you're like, "Oh, I'm almost home now." I'm like,
Hold up, put the brakes on.
why? What are you doing? What's wrong? Who died?
What's going on? Are you feeling okay?
Yes, like, and that's just where my brain goes, and it's crazy. It's so crazy to me that not everybody thinks like that.
Nope, they don't.
Like, it's so.
Some people, it's so black and white. There's no gray.
There's
There's
not
no rainbows. There's no. It's just
prisms.
crystals, whatever color falls in between black, white.
Yes, and everything that I see and believe and feel and experience is everything but
Correct.
black and white.
Yep.
And I don't know how to change that. I don't know how to put that part of me like on pause, kind of, to see everything in black and white, because
I don't want to see everything in black and white.
I see all the hues and feel the hues, and it's just,
how boring would it be if we saw everything in black and white?
You're
Like,
right.
you think about all the colors in between, and this is a metaphor, by the way, if you haven't caught on, but all of the colors in between and all of the beauty
Colors of the
that
wind.
lives. Yeah. All the beauty that lives in between those colors. Because if we saw everything in black and white, yes or no's, what would happen with the maybe so's and ifs and ands and buts and all the in betweens?
Yeah.
You know?
But it would be so much easier mentally and emotionally to just have yes and no's and ups and downs and lefts and rights. Like, you know what I mean?
And I like walking the squiggly line. Sometimes it gives me a headache, but
It makes me so damn anxious. I'm like I sometimes I can barely function because I'm like, I know I'm gonna feel all the things today.
that's been me all week.
And I don't freaking want to. And like, I overcare. I
Is there such a thing?
I don't know, but yes, yes, because it's easier to condemn myself than it is to condemn people that don't care enough. Like I'm like, oh, I care too much. They care the right amount, and I'm like, how do I get to a point in life where I don't constantly worry about people that I love or like be like, hey, let me know when you get home. Like, how
All right, Mom.
how do I just trust that you're there?
You have my location.
I do, but I need verbal confirmation that you've made it into the house.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll zoom in so quick on your little dot and see where you're at. I don't care if it says 16. I almost gave your address.
That's okay. One day I was at the doctor's office for a checkup, just routine, nothing was wrong, just a routine checkup. And I get a text from Chelsea. Hey, are you okay? I was like, yeah, question mark. I'm fine. I'm just leaving the doctor's office. And she said, it said that you were so and so, not in my normal town. And I was like, oh, wonder what she's up to. That's odd. Why isn't she at work? She zoomed in and I was at a bar. I was I was not at a bar.
It
I
was
was at the
like 10
doctor's
a.m.
office at 10 a.m.
It was 10 a.m. and I was like, if this hoe is sitting at a bar somewhere, we're
like,
about to have problems.
Why would I be at a bar at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday?
I mean,
And she was like, I don't know, but I just had to ask. I was like, nope, definitely not. I'm on my way to work now.
and like I'm not the friend. I've never been the friend that doesn't want to ask the questions because it might offend you.
Mm-mm.
Like I will get up in your business. Like if you've given me your location, you signed up for that.
True.
Like you.
That's okay. I stalk people that
Yeah.
have their location.
Like you
Friday
have,
evening. What are you up to tonight?
yeah. Like you have signed up for me to be in your business, and I'm gonna be in your business. Like that's just how it is, and I expect you to be in mine. Like if you were to look at my location one day and say it was 10 o'clock at night and it said I was downtown somewhere at a bar, would you not freak out?
I would be calling you up so quick and be like, what is going on?
Where is your mom? I'm calling your mom. That's what you would probably say.
Her phone number.
Like, I don't know how to function in a way that is not spazzy. Yes.
As you call it.
Yes, overcaring. Because this goes back to last week's episode of people doing the bare minimum for other people because it's convenient for them. Like I know that I know how you feel loved, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I do those things. But I could very easily do those things like halfway. And you would still feel loved.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm capable of doing more and that you deserve more and that doing more is going to make you feel even more loved.
Right.
So like I go all in. I'm not a halfway kind of friend. Like I'm not oh, she deserves 8 hours, but that's inconvenient for me. So I'm only going to give her 4 and that will fill her up halfway. Like I will be inconvenienced 99% of the time so that other people feel loved.
Like I was so sad this morning whenever I got home from the gym.
Yes.
Me and my partner went to the gym this morning and on our way home, I was like, hey, let's stop at the donut store and pick up some donuts so we can have donuts and coffee whenever we get back. And I was so excited to make Chelsea her cup of coffee with this special like protein drink that I had that she wanted to try. And she popped upstairs so quick whenever we got home. I had started the coffee pot and there she was. And
I was dressed and everything,
she
like
was.
ready
I
to
was so
go.
impressed. And I was like,
I,
oh,
I didn't
I
get
didn't
to
get to
serve
serve
you.
you. I'm so sad.
And I'm like, oh, see.
Oh.
But Hannah has a servant heart.
I do.
She is a Martha. I'm a Martha. I hate being a Martha. I wish I was a Mary and could just sit still. But I can't.
You can't.
I'm like, which goes back to being a type 2 and the Enneagram,
Mm-hmm.
because we think that we have to serve in order to feel loved. And like Martha in the Bible, serve. Like she was preparing food for everybody
Mm-hmm.
and doing all the things. And Mary was just sitting quietly, like at the feet of Jesus, because she knew that he loved her anyway.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I gotta earn my keep.
Gotta earn it. Gotta earn my keep.
But it's so wrong. Like we convinced ourselves that we have to do these things to be loved. And the thing is, like, I know that about you because we're a lot alike in that. But I can sit in a room with you doing absolutely nothing, doing freaking crossword puzzles or a puzzle, an actual puzzle, and neither one of us serving each other or doing something for each other, just being together. And I don't love you any less than when you bring me a cup of coffee when I'm still in bed. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But yet we're still convinced that if we don't, we'll lose that love. Like that love will be retracted. And I think that that's really hard to learn and to get through our own brains. And we do it to ourselves. Like that's an expectation that we have of ourselves that we think we have to reach. And I hate expectations and standards and check boxes. I hate them.
Well, I think
Hate them.
it's, you know, society has created these expectations for people how you can quote unquote be a good human or a good servant or a good person or blah blah blah. And some people tick these boxes and you look deep down in their core and their soul is black.
Yeah.
you know and they are surface level and they act like they're good people and good humans, and all you see is the outside appearance that they're showing you, and you don't know deep down the
Yeah.
depths of you know the good or bad that lives within,
Mm-hmm.
all because of a stupid checked box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or how much money you have, or
Man.
what kind of car you drive, or
Yeah.
what kind of house you live in, or I wouldn't care if you lived in a cardboard box.
I thought about it.
You'd still
Hey,
be one of the best people I've ever known.
some of those cardboard materials you can get, they're pretty sturdy.
Girl, I know. You should see some of the cardboard boxes I've seen in my career.
Oh, I bet. You should get me one and I can live in it.
No. You'd be so cold and so cranky all the time.
Well, it'll be my summer home.
We'll put your hammock up.
Yes.
Let you sleep in your hammock.
The box.
Uh-huh.
Do you have boxes that big?
No.
Oh,
I don't think.
I bet we could put a bunch of them together.
Build like a cardboard makeshift, those railroad like box cars that people build homes out of?
Yeah.
But we can make the cardboard box version.
Mm-hmm.
Those are destructible though.
Mm-hmm.
The railway cars are indestructible.
Yes.
I think it'd be so cool to build a home.
Me too.
Me and Mom talked about how cool that would be.
That would be cool. I love it. I would live in a tiny house.
It is not all it's cracked up to be.
I would I would have all the tiny things.
I lived in a camper for a year, and
Well, I feel like that's probably different.
the circumstances were different. We don't have to divulge into that.
No, we don't need to. Oh,
Oh, I hate it when I do that. She just broke the part of your pin,
the clip.
the clip. Thank you. Why? Sometimes words are so hard.
They are.
She just broke it because she was playing with it. She was fiddling with her fingers because her little ADHD brain can't sit still.
It can't. Okay, do you have anything to add? Anything you would like the listeners to hear? Any advice?
I think when you choose your friends, choose them wisely.
Mm-hmm. And that sounds so cliche.
It does sound so cliche, but listen to your heart and because typically your heart and your gut are not wrong.
She may hang over your pants a little bit, but sis ain't wrong.
Sis ain't wrong.
Yeah, that's true. I value friendships so much. Like probably more than the next person. And I put so much time and effort and energy and intention into my friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm not sorry about it. I mean to do it. But it's crazy to me when other people don't. When they treat it as, like you said earlier, like a surface level thing.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe it's because they haven't been in situations where had they not had that friend, they wouldn't have made it. And I have lived my life like that, where if I didn't have that one friend, and of course that friend has changed over seasons, but having that friend in that moment makes all the difference. And I think that they deserve to, friends deserve to be given time and effort and energy, and not just when nothing else is going on, or
absolutely
not when the calendar's free or whatever. Like you FaceTime me quite a bit or call me, and I'm always like
every single time I call Chels,
every time
she is doing something.
Literally either
Every
just
time.
started or right in the middle of it. Like
typically she's watching a movie with her mom.
Yes.
And they're, or like she said, either just starting or right in the middle of it, or sometimes in the last 5 minutes of it.
Or cleaning, like my second job. You call me a lot and you're like, what you doing? And I'm like, I just started cleaning. And you're like, okie dokie.
almost every time now, though, whenever I call her, I'll be like, what are you in the middle of this time?
I'll be like, damn it, Hannah. But like, you make time to do that. You could call or FaceTime anybody you wanted or nobody.
Right.
But you make that effort and set that side of time. Mm-mm. I said that so backwards. Set that time aside. I said side of time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you set that time aside to show me that it matters. To show me that you want to spend that time that you have talking to me. Like,
right.
And I think that is so important. And not just use it as a lifeline when your life is shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Don't call me when you've had a bad month and I haven't heard from you in a week. Like,
that wouldn't be realistic. We talk every day.
Also, that time frame doesn't add up.
No.
But, like, that, you know what I'm saying. Like, don't just reach out to me when it's convenient for you.
Right.
Don't reach out to me when you need something from me. Don't do it. I would be better off in my life if you didn't reach out to me at all than if you reached out to me only when it benefited you.
Right.
Don't waste my time. Do not.
She's not talking to me personally.
No, I'm not. But like, don't convince me that I matter to you and that you value me and show me that I don't.
Right. If you haven't taken time out of your life to
Right.
invest in you as a person, me as a person, whoever that might look like for you, then you have shown
You
that individual that they don't really
yes.
matter.
And why would I continue giving you my time, energy, and effort and intention when you don't value me enough to do the same?
Right. I think you hit the nail on the head earlier whenever you said because through throughout the past 2 years has been such a huge learning curve for me and learning me who I am as a person as an individual and realizing what is important to me in my life.
Mm-hmm.
If you as a person don't bring value to me, then I don't want to invest my time in that
No, no,
because at this point in our lives, if I don't want just surface level,
no,
you
me
know,
either.
anything really.
I don't either.
And so if you're not adding, and I'm not, it doesn't even matter if it's a person, but if this situation is not adding value to my life, then I don't want any part of it
Mm-mm.
because
No.
I value my time and I value the people that are
Yes.
in it. And if you're bringing value to me, I also want to bring value to you and show that.
Yes, and I feel like a lot of times we, as humans, just across the board, we realize that there are people that we want to matter to that we will never matter to.
Mhm.
So what we do is we keep trying to show them that we're worth their value, or like we're worth value to them.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, while we are wasting our time trying to prove ourselves to this person who will never care,
Yep.
we're taking away from the people who already see our worth.
And sometimes those people will surprise you the most.
Which ones? The ones that,
The ones that you want to
mm,
care and you keep trying
yeah,
to pour value into those people
mm-hmm,
and time and effort, and they're giving you the minimum that they can possibly give when you think that they're this important person in your life,
yeah,
and something will happen. I guarantee you, something will happen, and that person will show you their true colors and show you
every
that they
time.
were never a
You,
real friend.
they were never, you never meant to them what they said you did. They
Right.
said that you meant that to them to benefit them in the moment. They
Yep.
needed something from you. They needed you to do something. They
Hmm.
needed something that only you could offer in that moment.
Yeah.
And so they made you believe that you were more valuable in that moment than you were ever to them.
Yeah.
And this whole time we're wasting our everything, our energy, our time, our love on this one person who has shown us their true colors, and we're trying to recolor them
Hmm.
while taking away from people that know our value and our worth and what we bring to the world. And eventually those people, the ones that we like disregard, they're not going to be there. Like
Yeah.
like
That
I'm not like, yes, I do love unconditionally to a point.
to a point. And that can go to any
Yeah.
kind of relationship. It doesn't have to
Yes.
be friendship.
No.
It can be to any kind of
Yes. A
relationship.
family
Seen it, been
member,
there, done that, checked it off.
a intimate, like a significant other type of,
Yeah.
like, if someone doesn't show you that you mean something to them,
Take your rose colored glasses off, baby, because you're
yes,
in for a roller coaster
you
ride.
you do not have to achieve, you don't have to perform, you don't have to prove anything to them that shows that you are worthy. What you need to do is turn around, stop wasting your time and energy and effort on that person, and go give it to the people that are giving you theirs. Stop trying to make it right. Stop trying to make this person out to be something they're not because you want them to be better. They're not going to be better. They're perfectly fine being where they're at.
Yeah.
They're perfectly fine with being shit human beings who take people for granted, who use them to get up in the world. They are perfectly fine with that. Not everybody wants to be better. Like, they're fine with being crap people. So Like, go spend your time with people who value you, who love you, who know that you are worthy,
Fill your
and
cup.
fill your cup. Like,
You need somebody that is gonna hug your soul.
yes,
Hug your soul.
You shouldn't
and
leave a friendship, relationship, family member, whatever, feeling drained.
right.
If you are leaving someone's company feeling drained, that's not your company.
That's not your company.
You should not feel drained after spending time with someone that you love or that loves you. That's not love. That is not love. I don't care how you twist it, shape it, mold it. I will no. Mm-mm. No. Well, that's all.
I think the point is know yourself.
Yeah.
Know your worth.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have to do a little bit of self-reflection.
Yes.
Dig down deep in those roots.
But also allow others to value you.
Yeah.
Because instead of putting up this guard, like we talked about earlier, me not letting people in easily, we have to allow people to see us in our raw, real, truest form. Mm-hmm. And then they get to decide if they love us. And if not, that's on them. Like, but we still at least owe it to ourselves to let those people in. Yeah. So let people in, let them love you, let them care about you. And also care about yourself, protect yourself, guard your heart. Spend time with people that spend it with you. That's all I have.
Know your boundaries.
What?
Know your boundaries.
Yes, know your boundaries, set them. And if somebody gets mad because of a boundary, that's all you need to know.
Uh-huh.
If somebody gets mad because you've set a boundary with them, there's your clue.
Yep. Here's your sign.
Here's your sign. All right. You got anything else to add, Hannah?
Nope, I think that's it.
Well, I'm so glad that you were here with me today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sure you'll be back on here in the future at some point.
I have no doubt about it.
Can't wait. Maybe we can get Mom on here.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
She would hate that so much.
She'd hate it.
All right.
We're into this, and it feels like we've been here for 10 minutes, and Michelle had been like,
where are they? She's like, I said all I had to say. All right, we're done with you. Thanks for listening. Catch us next week on Tuesday. I said us. Hannah won't be here next week. It'll probably just be me. But
peace, love, and hair grease.
Why hair grease?
I don't know. It's a line from a movie.
Oh.
I can't tell you what movie, but...
Okay. Well, we'll see you next week. Share it with your friends, your family, your granddaddy, your grandpappy, your grandmammy. All right, go on now. Get it.
Holler.
Yeah. Oh, what's my glasses?
Oh, that was fun.
Did you love it?
Yeah.